Hundreds of workers in the airline industry supply chain are expected to strike on Monday, September 12, triggering more chaos in airports across Sydney, Brisbane, and Adelaide. Over 350 ground handlers from various companies employed by airlines like Qantas and Emirates will walk off the job for 24 hours, impacting primarily international but potentially also domestic travel. The workers are expected to strike for better pay and conditions, while Menzies workers in NSW and Victoria will apply to the Fair Work Commission for a protected action ballot. Read more. NSW speed camera operators ordered to make themselves more visible before fining drivers. Workers from NADA are pushing for greater financial security and pay increases, including steadier work for part-time workers. TWU National Secretary Michael Caine said many employees are distressed by the prospect of worsening pay at a time when the airline industry is already struggling with mass worker shortages. NADA and Menzies ground workers are forced to pursue strike action for the first time because they can't afford to stay in this industry if the extreme downward spiral of wages and conditions continues, he said. Ground handling is a highly skilled job, but thousands of experienced workers have been forced out of the industry by Qantas illegal outsourcing and the Morrison government refusing NADA workers JobKeeper. Read more. Apocalyptic fire destroys $24 million luxury home in Sydney. Those that are left are scrambling to pick up the pieces for scraps. Caine said many employees feel they are being forced out of the industry. Workers understand the commercial pressure they're under from Qantas, but NADA and Menzies must act responsibly and come back to the table to settle a fair deal or risk losing more staff, he said. The strike is predicted to mainly impact those travelling internationally, with flow-on effects for domestic terminal. A Qantas spokesperson confirmed the airline has measures in place to deal with the expected worker shortages on September 12 and that the strike will be felt across the travel sector. Enterprise agreement negotiations are a matter for NADA and its employees, the spokesperson said. NADA provides services to more than 20 airlines at airports around Australia, and any industrial action would have an impact across the international aviation sector. We have contingency plans in place to minimize the impact on our international customers.